You like making custom characters? I do. You like making outfits for the base roster? I do too. I've got a pretty bad habit of making custom outfits, the kind where it never stops. Here's my ranking of all the customizations features in the Soul Calibur games. Now you don't need me to tell you that this video is subjective. You already know that it's my opinion whether I like something or dislike something, so no need for an exaggerated warning.
Effort doesn't equal victory, dumbass.
It's the first of the series to give the main roster custom outfits. It's neat that not only you can make an original character, you can also give the base character new outfits as well. Most weapons return from the previous games while dishing out newer ones too. There's plenty of options of voices this time, although the 6th voice shares the same voice actors as Rock and Amy.
Put your weapon down if you wish to live.
So, you wish to test your strength.
Don't worry, it's fatal. I see, but I cannot lose here.
The voices now have sliders if you want to give either a higher pitch or a lower pitch voice. I prefer these voices over the ones from 5 and 6. However, there are plenty of problems. For a game that came out after the first game to feature customization, you get less clothing options. I understand that it's under new hardware, but what I don't understand is why some of the parts are joined together as individual equipment. The upper torso layer is either shirts, armor, or a mix of both. Bottom layer is also just pants, tassets, or even both. It's not like you can pick and mix like you did in the last game. I've had instances where I made a character wear a tasset, not knowing that they didn't have pants to begin with, and it looked embarrassing. Once you made a decent looking outfit for your main, you double check to see if it's good enough and oh no, the stats! This is why I like this game's customization the least. I've spent more time managing stats than customizing. Your customs have stats with certain effects. Each gear and weapon give will remove points for each stat. Some of these weapons already have effects on their own. You want to absorb health? Replace this gear with that other gear. Ah, shit! Now I can't break throws automatically. Let's try to get that fixed. Oh, what the? Not enough points? Level isn't high enough? Play that character more. Want to unlock more gear? Get more honor by doing challenges so you can buy them. Again, you'll spend more time managing stats than making a decent outfit for your character. Oftentimes I put in some gear for filler just for increasing certain stats. If you're trying to make a stat heavy outfit, it'll look either samey or cursed. Either you make an OP character or the opposite. And you need those effects if you want to get through the Tower's Lost Souls, since that mode can get rough, especially the later stages. And you really need to customize your characters to stand a chance in that mode anyway. Even if you take away the headache, it's still a slight step backward. Some items conflict with each other, thus being unable to coexist with each other, a common problem for most of the games. There were DLC packs for extra equipment, but was wiped out eventually, just like the other console exclusive Star Wars character due to the contract expiring. If either Darth Vader or Yoda goes away, then so does everything else. That's why I'm not fond of Soul Calibur 4's customization as much as the others, because of the stat management and less options for gear. I don't hate it, but still.
Do not underestimate me.
This one is the most basic out of all the customization features because there's not much to say compared to the rest. This is slightly better than the previous game because of the simplicity rather than what I just talked about earlier. You can only make custom characters this time. For the base roster, it's just back to recoloring them. It's understandable because it's on the PSP, which is not as powerful as even the PS2's hardware. Even if you just started playing the game on a fresh save, you have plenty of options of gear. There's even equipment from the roster's primary outfits instead of just their secondaries. Both of the sexes can wear anything, and they even brought back the Soul Calibur 3 voices, which means...
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
It's also the first of the series where you make custom portraits of your customs. And just like Soul Calibur 4, some of the layers are joined together. But at least they don't drop your fucking HP, that's for sure. You unlock gear the same way you did in 4. Get more honor by doing challenges. Weapons are now cosmetic as of this game. Broken Destiny's customization is a pure example of, the simpler it is, the better it's gonna be. Bare bones, but simpler.
Okay, let's get this started.
For a game that has the best story ever, am I right? Yeah, more like the opposite. And a lacking character roster, it's got a pretty decent customization. For whatever reason, no matter who it is, the character you edit out starts out wearing almost nothing. They finally got the top and bottom equipment not joined together, so now you can actually pick and mix. As long as you put up with more restrictions. Just like Broken Destiny, it's vanilla, so there's no weapon effects other than cosmetics. You can even change the color of the weapons and swinging effects. Most of the gear give you the choice to add a unique pattern that you unlock by leveling up. Oh man, I forgot how tedious it is leveling up in this game. No, I don't do that method. I just play the game normally. Other than the patterns, there's stickers that you can place depending on the sticker limit. Now why is this in the middle of the list? Because it's Soul Calibur 5, the black sheep of the series.
Soul Calibur and Soul Edge are finally in my grasp! What? Too dramatic?
Well, besides that. There is Double Jin, but his moves are only available through customizing your own character. There's plenty of items that conflict with each other, including being unable to pair the thief mask with the ninja hood.
You bitch!
At least there's an alternative mask through accessories. I'll take it, instead of leaving it. Just like Soul Calibur 4, the DLCs have poofed away recently, so you know what that means. Don't get me wrong, this customization is better than the other two. What holds it back in the middle of the list is that it has so many restrictions, not just the conflicting items. Nightmare and Yoshimitsu are the worst contenders for that. You can't change half of Nightmare's equipment. Even Soul Calibur 4 makes you customize him freely, his fapping hand as well. Poor Yoshimitsu had it pretty bad too. I'm not sure if it's the emulator or the game itself, but some of the gear don't change the colors entirely, even with the custom pattern. Aside from the gripes, it's still a step up. I remember customizing the whole roster, making pseudo-legacy outfits and original characters, do not steal please!
You're in my way!
Ah, my favorite of the series and where it all started. Of course, you can only make original characters and edit the roster's colors. You have various choices of jobs to give, which yields a variety of weapons and 2 souls of certain characters depending on the class. This is the only game in the series to have unique weapons, although most are similar to the rosters. Another interesting thing about the creation, your character's personality changes depending on the gear you give them. Red for good guy, white for peaceful hippie, blue for douchebag, and purple for pure evil. You'll have to go through Chronicles of the Sword to buy more gear. Have fun fighting against katana users in an unstoppable force! What I love about the customization is that it's one of the 2 games in the series that has no limits. How's that for conflicting items, bitch? They even added some gear referencing different games, including Cosmos' parts and King's mask, the closest thing we'll ever get to a guest character in this game. There's plenty of variety of equipment to choose from, so pick and mix as much as you please. As much as I love the game's customization, it's not perfect. For starters, the voices are super cheesy.
Get out of my way!
Please get out of my way.
You're in my way!
You're in my way.
Out of the way!
Out of the way. Hurry up and disappear.
Get out of the way!
Get out of the way.
You dare to get in my way, fool. Only death awaits those who get in my way.
The men have less options for gear compared to the ladies, so most of the guys will end up wearing dragon gloves if you want to make a knight with less armor, while the ladies have less options of shoulder pads as well. A small nitpick about the presets is that most of the guys have brown lips, and some of the presets have voices that don't match their appearance. I could sing praises to Soul Calibur 3 as much as I want, but I can't let my nostalgia blind me this time. That's because the next tier may or may not surprise you.
I am beautiful.
Sometimes it's not always old game good, new game bad. Soul Calibur 6 has to be my favorite customization feature out of all the series. It is a huge improvement over Soul Calibur 5's customization in every way. First and most importantly, better roster! There's a huge selection of races to pick from instead of just male or female. It could be a normal person, angel from the heavens, edgy as fuck edgelord, boner, Colossus Jr., lizard fuck, or SoundCloud rapper orc. Most voices are recycled from Soul Calibur 5 with some new additional ones. When the game first came out, there wasn't a lot of options of clothing to pick from since most of the gear are from the rosters. However, a lot can happen throughout the years. The DLC parts made up for it eventually. Some of the new items were added for free. Unlike Soul Calibur 4 and 5, these DLC parts are still available to purchase. Some of the DLC packs have parts from older games as well. There are still conflicting items to deal with, but not as bad as the older titles. The limitations are generous compared to 5's. You can fully customize Nightmare and Yoshimitsu without dealing with their limitations. Don't want Nightmare's fapping claw? Just remove it. Patterns are more stable. Stickers, although take some time figuring out, help out making complex outfits with different colors. I will confess, I enjoy making custom outfits for the base roster than making original characters. Not only do I enjoy making legacy outfits, I tend to make outfits from other games and media as well. I haven't even gotten to the part where you can share your own creation. Even today, you'll still find different people sharing their creations. It can get interesting finding others. You may end up seeing characters that look like VR chat avatars or cursed monstrosities. It could be saved on a separate tab instead of wasting your own slots. This game's customization features is where I made the most amount of time customizing out of all the series, even more than Soul Calibur 4 and 5. With or without the DLCs, you'll have lots of fun customizing in this game. If you really want to go full force with customization, there's Soul Calibur. I haven't tried that myself yet, but it's still worth mentioning. And there you go. That concludes the ranking out the customization features in all the Soul Calibur games. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. Maybe you don't mind the stat management or the simplicity. Again, it's a subjective video, and with that, the legend will never die. Except for Patroclus.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell. Okay, thanks, bye.